Hey there! Welcome to the Sustainable Diet Program. I'm Michaela. I'm one of the program co-founders along with Kathy, and we are so happy you're here, and I'm really happy to be able to give you this overview and tour of the website. We've packed this program full of content and a lot of tools for you, and we want to make sure that you get the most out of it and don't miss anything. So I'm going to show you where everything is, how to navigate around, and how to progress through all the program pages so that you get to all the content and get the most out of this experience. When you log in, you'll be on the program homepage here, and we have a bunch of frequently asked questions here. So you can always email us if you have a question at support@sustainablediet.com, but you may want to check this page first in case we've already answered the question here. At the bottom of every page, we have a section called Up Next, and we have a link to the next page in the program materials. So we have a menu over on the right-hand side that lists everything in order, and the program homepage is first, and now How We Work Together is second. And so you can always click the pages in the menu, or you can click Up Next at the bottom. It's just a reminder of where you're headed. Here we have some expectations we have for ourselves and our requests for you to get the most out of this experience. And I'm just scrolling through these pages, but we suggest and ask that you do read all these pages in the first week of the program because it's important and it won't take that long. So the next page is Getting Started, and this is where if you are a Rev It Up participant, you will click this button to schedule your individual meetings. We also have some links to the welcome packet, which you should have also received in an email. So you'll click this green button. It will take you to this Acuity scheduling tool. There are 3 individual meetings, first in the beginning, halfway, and at the end, and a little message from Kathy here. So you'll first click the button to schedule the first meeting, follow the prompts, and then when you get through this process, we do ask that you register for an account with Acuity, and that's so all your answers to the check-in questions will be saved throughout the whole program, and you and your mentor can refer back to them. We ask that you schedule the first meeting right away and then kind of wait till close to halfway to do the next one and wait till the end to do the third one. And this is because we want your answers to the check-in questions to be really current and reflect where you're at that point. Now, when you have done that, the next page that we have in the menu is the program checklist. And we're really excited about this. We put a lot into it. We know that it's easy to miss things. We don't want you to miss anything. And it's really satisfying to check things off from a list. So we actually have every section of the whole program listed here. Week 1 is the welcome, and this is the suggested schedule. You may be going faster or slower, and that's totally fine, but this is what we suggest so that you can pace yourself and make sure you get through all the content in 3 months. Step 1, education, inspiration, and clarity, weeks 2 and 3. Step 2, adding in healthy food, weeks 4 and 5. Step 3, letting go of unhealthy food, weeks 6 and 7. Step 4, creating a supportive environment, weeks 8 and 9. Step 5, social support for a sustainable lifestyle, weeks 10 and 11. And the wrap up in week 12. We also have reminders for scheduling those individual sessions if you are a Rev It Up participant, beginning, halfway, and end. So as you can see, there's a little plus sign here, and if you click that, it expands and it shows you every individual goal in this section. And you can actually check goals off when you've completed them. If you check them off by accident and you need to uncheck them, you can do that. And as you can see here, there's a target deadline set for these goals. And then because there's a target deadline, you have the option to add this goal to your Outlook or your Google Calendar, which is really useful. I have added these 2 goals, clean the kitchen and join the gym myself, because I thought they might be nice goals to start myself off on this program with. If you want to add another goal, you click this button at the bottom, and maybe you want to fix your treadmill, because maybe you have a treadmill in the basement and it's wintertime and you just don't want to have any barriers between you and exercising. So you don't have to write a description. And the target date, let's say give yourself till, I don't know, a couple weeks from now. Click Save, and this new goal will appear in your list. Just scroll down here, expand that, and There it is. It shows up right under the previous goal that you added. And then when you have completed that, you can check it off. Hooray! So when you've checked off all the individual pieces of whatever is in that section, you may want to collapse that and check off, okay, I've done the whole welcome. I can move on to my individual session with my program mentor and step 1. So over here we have these same plus signs, and when you in the menu, and when you click that section, it will expand, and you can see there's a page for each lecture for that step. So we have the overview, and this is a lecture from me to get you started. And we have for each page with a lecture on it some suggested reflections, because we want this to be really a chance for personal introspection, so you can mull over the material and just kind of see how it applies to your life. So these are some questions you can ask yourself. They're just suggestions. We also have what you'll learn, the important concepts. You kind of know what to expect. And the video player is next. There's one big one here on the pages where we've divided the lecture into segments. They're smaller and there are many of them. But you hit play here, and if you want to expand to full screen, there's this button over in the lower right-hand corner. We have a self-assessment for every video. And this is just a chance to kind of work with the material a little bit more, and what is the reason people sometimes struggle with sticking with a healthy diet? I would say all of those. So you can redo the questions as many times as you want. It's not scored. It's really low pressure. Just a chance to kind of review everything. And it's embedded there, so you keep scrolling down. Make It Real is some suggested goals, some supporting resources, and again, we have Up Next. So we can click that and move on to our next lecture page. At the end of the lecture pages, we also have resources and suggested goals for that step. So we have it for the welcome, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here we have some ideas that you may want to implement, maybe put in your checklist, and we have some more reading that corresponds to the theme for that step. Now at the bottom of the menu, we have a few other things that are pretty cool. So we have the discussion forums, open discussion, and this is not monitored by our program staff, but we do have, here you can connect with people, chat, share resources, ideas, recipes, anything you want. We also have the Q&A discussion, and this is where we will be answering these questions, so if you want to post a question, you can do that, and we will leave all the previous questions and answers up, so you may actually learn a lot from browsing this the more it grows. We also have the link to our live webinars, and we're going to be having weekly webinars Sundays at 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern Time. You can click this link to register. You will need to register for each meeting that you're attending, so this will help you kind of recommit to coming, and will remind you, this way you don't have to get reminders for ones that you can't make. If you like the idea, but you don't have time to sit in front of your computer, no problem at all. Just register anyway, and then you can just call in and join the webinar by phone. So at the bottom, again, contact and support. This is also on the program homepage, but if you have any questions, you can always email us. We are here, and we're so excited that you're here. So let's get started. You can move on to reading the rest of the program homepage and then go from there. Good luck, and thanks so much.